Ryan Parker stood silently in the crowded hallway of the county courthouse, his 7-year-old daughter Chloe holding tightly onto his hand. The final divorce papers had just been signed. After months of legal battles, accusations, and sleepless nights, it was over. His ex-wife, Victoria Hayes, had walked away with the mansion, the luxury cars, most of the bank accounts, and nearly everything the public believed Ryan owned. As people exited the courtroom, whispers followed him. Some looked at him with pity. Others assumed he was another broken man whose life had fallen apart. Victoria stood beside her high-powered attorney, Gregory Bennett, wearing a victorious smile. She believed she had won. "I hope you're happy now," she said coldly. Ryan simply nodded. He wasn't angry. He wasn't bitter. He looked down at Chloe and smiled. "Ready to go, sweetheart?" Chloe nodded, though sadness filled her eyes. She hated seeing her father treated this way. As they stepped outside the courthouse, Victoria couldn't resist one final jab. "Must be hard starting over with nothing," she mocked. Her friends laughed. Ryan said nothing. Unknown to everyone standing there, the story they believed wasn't the truth at all. Years earlier, long before he met Victoria, Ryan had founded a small aviation technology company with his closest friend, Noah Carter. While Victoria focused on luxury vacations, expensive parties, and social status, Ryan quietly built something extraordinary. He worked late nights, reinvested profits, and expanded the company globally. When cracks began appearing in the marriage years earlier, Ryan had protected his ownership through legal agreements designed to secure Chloe's future. Victoria never paid attention because she assumed his company was insignificant compared to their visible wealth. The mansion and luxury lifestyle distracted her from what truly mattered. Standing outside the courthouse, she believed Ryan was leaving with nothing. Then it happened. A distant rhythmic sound echoed across the city skyline. At first, nobody paid attention. But within seconds, the noise grew louder. People stopped talking. Heads turned toward the sky. The sound of helicopter blades thundered overhead. Lawyers, reporters, courthouse staff, and pedestrians looked up in confusion. A sleek black helicopter appeared above nearby buildings before descending toward a private landing area across the street. Wind whipped through the crowd as the aircraft landed gracefully. Everyone stared. Victoria folded her arms. "Must be some celebrity," she muttered. The helicopter door opened. A sharply dressed pilot stepped out and walked directly toward Ryan. The crowd watched in stunned silence. The pilot stopped and smiled. "Mr. Parker, we're ready for departure whenever you are." The entire plaza went silent. Victoria's confident smile disappeared instantly. "Mr. Parker," she whispered. Ryan squeezed Chloe's hand. "Thank you, Alex," he replied calmly. Chloe's eyes widened with excitement. "Daddy, is that our helicopter?" Ryan grinned. "One of them." Several people gasped. Victoria stared in disbelief. "One of them." Before she could process what she had heard, a black luxury SUV arrived. Two executives stepped out. One of them hurried over and shook Ryan's hand enthusiastically. "Congratulations, Ryan," he said. "The acquisition was approved this morning. The board just confirmed the company's valuation has officially surpassed $3 billion. The words hit the crowd like a thunderbolt. $3 billion. Reporters immediately reached for their phones. Lawyers exchanged shocked looks. Victoria's face turned pale. For years she had believed Ryan's company was merely a side project. She never bothered learning about the business because she was too focused on appearances. Ryan thanked the executive and listened as details of the expansion were discussed. Every word made Victoria realize the devastating mistake she had made. The man she believed was ruined was actually wealthier than ever. More importantly, he had built his success quietly, without bragging or seeking attention. Victoria suddenly stepped forward. "Ryan, wait." Ryan turned politely. "Yes." Her voice softened dramatically. "Maybe we should talk." Ryan remained calm. "About what?" She hesitated. "About us. About everything." Ryan looked at her for several seconds. Then he smiled sadly. "You already made your choice, Victoria." She struggled to respond. For the first time, she realized that she hadn't lost access to money. She had lost someone who genuinely cared about his family. Someone who had spent years trying to make things work. Someone who never stopped putting Chloe first. Chloe tugged gently on Ryan's sleeve. "Daddy, are we going?" Ryan's smile instantly returned. "Of course we are." Together they walked toward the helicopter. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions. Ryan ignored them all. His focus remained on Chloe. He helped her climb into the cabin before taking his own seat. As the helicopter lifted into the sky, the courthouse grew smaller beneath them. Chloe looked out the window with amazement. "Are we rich?" she asked innocently. Ryan laughed softly. "Being rich isn't about money. It's about having people you love." Chloe smiled and hugged him. Years passed. Ryan expanded his company into one of the world's most respected aviation technology firms. But despite the wealth and success, he never forgot the lesson he learned outside that courthouse. He spent more time with Chloe than ever before. He attended every school event, every birthday, every important moment. He taught her kindness, humility, and gratitude. Meanwhile, Victoria often reflected on the day she thought she had won. Over time, she understood that success isn't always visible. The strongest people are often the ones quietly building their future while others focus on appearances. Ryan never sought revenge. He never mocked her or celebrated her mistake. Instead, he moved forward and created a life filled with purpose, peace, and love. The greatest victory wasn't the helicopter, the company, or the billions of dollars. It was proving that character matters more than possessions and that true success comes from perseverance, integrity, and never giving up when life becomes difficult. If you enjoyed this inspiring story and want more powerful stories about resilience, kindness, and unexpected success, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Remember, sometimes life seems to take everything away, but that may simply be preparing you for something greater. And for Ryan Parker and Chloe, that difficult day at the courthouse wasn't the end of their story, it was the beginning of the happiest chapter of their lives. The end.